You know that feeling in your English journey when you just feel, well, kind of stuck? You've got the basics down, you're solid, but you're ready to really, really sharpen your skills. So think of this as your personal toolkit. We're going to build it together to get you from that plateau to a whole new level of precision and confidence. Does this sound like you? You can get your point across, you can understand people, but your words, they don't always have the punch you want them to. You know you're using the right words, but you're probably not using the best words. Trust me, it's a super common feeling for advanced learners, and it's exactly what we're going to work on today. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about what that plateau really is. Then we'll dive right into our toolkit with 3 powerful new techniques: learning to think with precision, making your verbs do the heavy lifting, and unlocking phrasing that sounds way more natural. And then we'll pull it all together at the end. So here's the first big mindset shift. Getting to that next level isn't about memorizing the dictionary. It's not a vocabulary race. It's all about mastering the tiny details, the nuance of the words you already know, and then adding in a few new ones that give you laser-like accuracy. We're shifting from quantity to quality. All right, let's open up the toolkit and grab our first tool. Since every single thing we say starts with a thought, why not upgrade the language we use for thinking itself? This is such a fantastic way to immediately sound more sophisticated. Just look at how specific these words are. Instead of just saying you're thinking, you could say you need to assess a situation. That immediately implies careful evaluation. Or if you're stuck between 2 tough choices, that's a dilemma. And you know that gut feeling you get? That's a hunch. Each one of these words adds a layer of meaning that think just can't compete with. And here is where you really see the magic happen. I need to think about the problem. Sure, that's fine. It works. But listen to this. I need to assess the situation. It sounds like you're going to be methodical, logical. Or, I need to contemplate my options. That suggests you're going to give it some deep, serious thought. See? The meaning is just so much richer. One of the biggest giveaways of a fluent speaker is using collocations. These are just words that naturally go together. Native speakers use them all the time without even thinking. So instead of saying, I need to ask for your advice, you might hear, hey, can I pick your brain for a minute? It just flows better, and it shows you're really comfortable with the language. Let's move on to our second tool. We've upgraded our vocabulary for thinking, so now it's time to bring that same level of precision to our verbs. This is where we can start playing with some really cool advanced grammar structures. Okay, first, let's do a super quick refresh on the gerund. It's simply that ing form of a verb that acts like a noun. Look at the example here. Having read the book. That's not the action of the sentence, it's the subject. It's the thing that makes me more prepared. Getting a good handle on this opens up so many possibilities for more elegant sentences. So here's where it gets practical. Certain verbs in English are almost always followed by a gerund. I mean, you'd never say, I enjoy to watch movies, would you? It sounds a bit off. It has to be, I enjoy watching movies. Knowing these patterns is absolutely key to sounding natural. A perfect one is, I'll consider taking your advice. Oh, this is such a subtle but incredibly powerful difference. When think means believe, like in the first sentence, it's describing a state, your opinion. But when think means you're considering something, it becomes an action, and that's when you use the ing form. If you can master this one little trick, it'll make a huge difference in how advanced you sound. And now for our final tool. This might be the fastest way to start sounding more like a native speaker: getting comfortable with phrasal verbs. They are absolutely everywhere in natural, everyday conversation. I know, phrasal verbs can feel like there are a million of them, but you don't need to learn them all at once. Let's just focus on these 3 as easy upgrades. Instead of make my room neat, you can just say tidy up. Instead of improve my knowledge, you can say you need to brush up on it. They're just simple swaps that make you sound way more natural. And just listen to how that sounds in a sentence. I'm going to brush up on my French. It flows so much better than saying, I'm going to improve my French. It's short, it's clear, and it's exactly what you'd hear a native speaker say. Phew! We've covered a lot of ground today. We've added 3 really powerful tools to your advanced English toolkit. So let's do a quick recap of how we're going to break through that plateau. So let's put it all together. Tool number 1, we're going to level up our vocabulary with precise words like assess and contemplate. Tool number 2, we're going to master those tricky verb patterns, like knowing the difference between state and action verbs. And tool 3, we'll start using natural phrasal verbs to make our speech just flow. These 3 tools are your ticket to the next level. The real magic here happens when you actually start using these tools. So think about your day. Where could you assess a situation instead of just thinking about it? Is there a skill you need to brush up on? That journey from the plateau to real precision starts with the very next word you choose. So, which tool are you going to try first?